Hello world and all who inhabit it. Before we start, I just want to invite you to meet one of my good friends. Oh, I call her the Infinity Crotch. It's endless and it even has a little portable dimension in between my legs. Think. So if you are in like the stretching community, you would know that a lot of stretches are addicting. It's almost like you get addicted to watching the hole get bigger, much like every supposed alpha male on TikTok, which don't worry, baby girl, I am making a video about that because I'm pretty sure I'm at a 12 gauge. And I know that I said in the last stretching video that my goal size would be a 10 gauge. I lied. I didn't think I was gonna lie, but I lied. So one day, and by one day I mean a few weeks ago, I had stayed an extra 30 minutes on an extremely busy day at work. I don't know if it was the delirium of having over 100 orders that day or what. I decided that after all of that pain and agony, I was going to put myself through pain and agony. So I sat down on my bedroom floor to forcefully stretch from a 14 gauge to a 12 gauge. So I literally did the same process as my last stretching video. I just took my ear oil that I have and just put it up my nose and then slowly turned it. You really want to make sure you take your time with it. I don't know if you can have like a deformed septum, like how you can have like cat butt ears if you stretch too fast. I don't know if that's a thing. Going from a 16 gauge to a 14 gauge was painful, but it was like a distant pain. It was more of like an aching pain that like lingered for the rest of like 2 weeks. This was just excruciating, blasphemous pain that lasted all but 2 seconds, to be honest. It was still like swollen and stiff and wouldn't turn, obviously, but it didn't hurt. I mean, it kind of is what it's supposed to do, ripping open whatever it is that you're forcing. Ew. You get it. And I think because, you know, you're not just like piercing whatever, because you know when you pierce your nose, you go through the sweet spot, right? Well, you're stretching the sweet spot and now you're kind of stretching through cartilage, which I feel like is why this one was so much like just
Hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Basically, whatever I just said is exactly how I felt in that moment. So I don't know if there's like less nerve endings in your cartilage or something, I don't know. Plot twist, I catfished your ass. This is the 12 gauge in my nose right now. And although I did regret my decision in that moment, I do not regret it now, because if I learned anything from Barbie and Bratz movies, it's that beauty is pain and being thick is an asset. Overall, with like everything taking into account, like how difficult it was to stretch, how painful it was to stretch, the lingering pain, all that kind of stuff, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. And I know that I give 7 out of 10s to every fucking thing on this channel. I don't know why that's a recurring thing, but I guess the universe is trying to point out to me that everything in my life is fucking mid. But yeah, this was just supposed to be like less of like a live stretch. I probably will do that in my next stretching video, because like I said, I have no idea how big I'm gonna go at this point. I kind of don't care how big I go. Like, you know those people who have like those like gigantic, not like this big, but like those really big ones that like kind of look like door knockers, like on an old Victorian house? That was horrible what I just did. That's kind of sweet, and I am half sweet, so that makes sense. I was talking to somebody in the comments about this literally yesterday, and they were talking about how they were at like a 2 gauge, I believe. I wouldn't mind going up to a 2 gauge. Like, I think like the really thick septum jewelry just looks so cute. If you disagree with me, I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, but I'm entitled to mine. But you know what? If the Tarative can stretch her literal tongue to a 10, what was it, like a 10 millimeter or something? If she can do that, I can do this. So yeah, that's all I have for this video. If you liked it, then good for you, and I will see you in my next one.
I love you. Bye.